Marie. So it's like I really have to put myself out there, and that's a struggle for me a lot because I'm
Yeah.
introverted. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to go anywhere. And even with social media, a lot of people use reels and
Mhm.
videos and things like that. And that's one of the biggest things I struggle with because I'm like, okay, I have all these beautiful shoes, but how do me, being who I am, translate that into such a social environment without, it looking awkward because I'm uncomfortable. So that's been my biggest struggle.
I get that. Yeah, Reels has been such a different beast that kind of came out, on Instagram and stuff like that. I'm still getting used to it. For not
Really?
only my marketing clients, but even myself. I'm like, when am I gonna have the time to record these reels? But with shoes and stuff like that, I've seen different brands, just to kind of give you some encouragement. I've seen different brands do like shoes or like behind the scenes of making makeup and that kind of thing. So you don't always have to be on camera. You can like put up the
Yeah.
shoe and
Awesome.
all those
Yeah.
kind of things. And then I've seen a video, I'll have to send it to you. I've seen a video of this trend on TikTok where it's like the shoe that you wear after a breakup, the shoe that you wear like when you're going on date night, and it's just someone's
Okay.
foot coming into
Oh,
the
I like
coming into the
that.
thing.
See, thank you. Thank you for
Yeah, I'll
helping me
send that
out
to you.
because I'm just like, oh gosh, what kind of reel am I gonna make?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I can
and
send
I'm
you a
kind
whole
of
thing of ideas. Yeah.
awesome. I love it. I love it. I've been looking at some things myself and kind of saving it in my phone, like, okay, I'm gonna try to put my spin on it. And then,
Yeah.
and then another thing, speaking of what I struggle with, I am a perfectionist. So it's like
Mm,
when I don't 100% feel like something is great, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not posting this. Nope.
Yeah. No, I
So
don't blame you. Sometimes like I'll edit my teeth for like whitening, that kind of thing. We all have our like
yeah,
insecurities and things
yeah.
that we're
It's
like,
it's
don't
so
post
social
this.
media is awesome, but I think it makes us all self conscious. It's so funny because I was just listening to my playlist and Kanye West self conscious happened to come on, and I was like, that's me all the way. I'm so self conscious.
Yeah, but we all start somewhere. I know like a lot of myself and other business owners and stuff like that, um, we've all talked about like imposter syndrome and feeling like you can't really do
Yeah,
something, or if there's already so many shoes out there, there's already so many
right,
like marketing agencies out there. But
right.
I believe in God. So it's like if God has called you to it, if even if you don't believe in God and you just feel called to it and you have like some drive and some unique way of approaching it, go for it.
Mhm.
That's what I always say to
I love
people.
that. I love that. That's awesome advice because that's so true. It's like even though it's so many different people doing, what you may feel is
Mhm.
the same thing, they're not going to do it like you. They're not going to
Yeah.
offer what you have to offer. Maybe being an introvert is a good thing because other
Mhm.
business owners would be like, "Hey, I'm like that too," or
Yeah.
So it's just kind of about finding your niche. That's all, and I'm still doing that. So
Yeah, and that's
it
okay.
it's
Like
room to
I know
grow.
for me when I was starting, because I work full time as a trauma therapist, as I know that we talked about,
Okay.
and then having like a marketing agency too, and going for a PhD, it sounds like a lot, but I always tell people I'm doing the things that I love. If I didn't love it, then I think I would be like pulling out all my hair and
Right.
like
That's
all
so
this kind of
true.
stuff. And I'm good at time management. But at the end of the day, like even I know several people that are introverted, and at the end of the day, it just starts with where do you want to, begin, right? So for me, it
Right.
began after I got like a bad divorce years ago. I actually needed that extra income, but I didn't want to quit my job because I just loved what I was doing with my clients. And I
Mm-hmm.
ended up creating a marketing agency because I had a journalism background. But then when you
Awesome.
start a business, you're like, well, wait, there's so many other marketing agencies out there. And, how am I going to sit there and like get clients and get
Right.
customers and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started with one, and then it started with
Yeah.
word of mouth, as you know. And it just really was interesting. And now I took the whole concept of I do storytelling through social
Okay.
media, which is what I love to
Awesome.
do when I did journalism. So not every marketing agency is going to say that. So I say, oh, I use storytelling to promote a business or a brand through the art of storytelling. And they're
That's
just like,
awesome.
wait, I like that.
Yeah, that's
So you can
awesome.
come up with your
Bring
own like
inventing.
taglines and everything.
Yeah, that is awesome. Especially, you know what though? Marketing is one of those things. I don't think it could be enough marketing companies because
Yeah.
things like marketing, public relations, it does, even though there can be 10, 100 companies that does the same thing, the
Yeah.
person that you're interacting with really matters because a
Yeah.
person can, you can interact with a person that you're just not vibing with and you could be like, I don't want to do this company, and you could
Yeah.
love a company just because you love the person you're dealing with because you love their
Yeah, exactly.
personality. So it's like it's somebody for everybody, just like in
Yeah, and that's what I
relationships
always
and
tell
business.
people. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I always tell people. And I say the same thing for like my therapy clients or even friends that look for therapists. I'm like, listen, you might not hit it off with that therapist or even that friend or even that guy that they're dating or whatever.
Right.
But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, it's like, well, you have to find what works for you. I'm not going
Yep.
to
So true.
take, a hardship, and maybe that's just because I have self esteem, but I'm not going to take it personal if somebody says, you know what, this just isn't a good fit, blah, blah, blah. And I've had that happen. Sometimes clients need different time zone. Sometimes they have
Mm-hmm.
unrealistic expectations. It's fine. At the end of the
Yeah,
day, I want what's best for you. So that's what I end up saying is,
absolutely.
if we don't fit as a therapy client, that's okay. I want to help you find like the right one. Or, with
Absolutely.
marketing, okay, well, just give me some feedback that there were some unrealistic expectations of 6 posts and 10K followers. I don't buy followers. So,
Yeah,
just saying,
absolutely.
like, I'm not going to do
And
that
I
for
would
you. If you
imagine
want that
that
kind of
would
marketing, go for it. Go ahead.
right. I would imagine that would lead to referrals though, because a person would respect the fact that you was like, hey, it's not a good fit for whatever reason. Go
Yeah.
do it with this person, and they'll respect that. Like, hey, you know what? I really like that Jennifer
Yeah.
matched me with this person. I'm going to match her with this person because I feel like
Right.
they would hit it off. So it's always good to be sincere. It
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
always good, but then it's also like I always tell people you also have to have boundaries because some people it doesn't matter how nice or how kind or how like, awesome and effective you are. Just some people might find things that they don't like about you. They
Hmm.
want rushed results, and that's like not the world of marketing. Like it's not good to
Right.
just sit there and be like sale, 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 sale. No offense, but if
Right.
you and I buy a product, it's because we believe in the product or we've met the person or we're like we like this style or whatever. It's usually that
Right.
connection of the why, not it's just the latest trend. Some people love
So
latest
true.
trends, but I usually buy from, friends or family or those kind
Right.
of things.
And that's so true. Speaking of that, I think that that is one of the things that sets my brand apart as well because,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a struggle as well. And I'll tell you why. Because
Yeah.
with a new brand, especially fashion, it's such a hard industry to penetrate when
Yeah.
you don't have when you didn't come out as a person who has a huge following. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people do buy from people that they like. However,
Yeah.
if you don't have a platform for people to
Mm-hmm.
see, hey, do I like this person? It's a
Yeah.
little bit hard to push a brand that has your name on it. So
No,
I
of
think
course.
that especially in a social environment, because you got things that you got television, you have social media that
Mm-hmm.
really catapult people into the spotlight, and they
Yeah.
kind of take that spotlight and then go from there with introducing branding and trying to monetize a product. And with
Mm-hmm.
me, I did it the opposite way. It was like
Yeah.
nobody knew who is this, who is Jay Marie, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna come out with a brand.
Hey, that's
So
okay. I don't know if you watch a lot of TikToks, but there have been brands on TikToks that literally have just posted, uh, videos and different things like that, and they slowly blew up. I've seen several designers do that, so it doesn't mean that all hope isn't lost for you. Because I know
yeah,
influencers with a crazy big platform, but then you meet them in person and it's not that good. I've met some famous makeup artists before and you meet them at PR events, and I get it. People hound them all the time, and I get that.
mm-hmm.
And I'm coming into there as not just an influencer, I'm a therapist, so like I
Right.
get social anxiety and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they're just really rude in person because they're like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't want to talk to you. You're beneath me, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
Yeah,
that makes me
I've
not want to
heard
ever
that.
buy from you, you know?
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And that's a good point to make because I think that sometimes you can look a certain way on different platforms and it may not translate that way in
Yeah.
person. And that's even worse. Like to
It's
be
so
a
bad. And then
person.
they go live and you think they're amazing and you think they're sweet and they're this YouTube